Oh, but there's so many more things to check, and like other doors. It'd be rude to go in Grandma's room when she isn't here. Old photo albums. Sometimes Grandma and I will look through these together. They're filled with every photo we could find of Mom, Dad, and Jackie. Other times we can't even bring ourselves to keep them on display. Old photo albums. It's the same. It's the same. An old hat perched on a stand. Grandma's favorite hat. I remember getting in trouble for playing dress up with this. Hee. Flowers in a basket. These look like they could use some water, poor things. Hopefully I'll remember to give them some when I get back. Just water all the plants. Unless there's like a plant you're not supposed to water. I don't really need to use the restroom right now. I mean, most plants require water, but some of them, if you water them too much, they'll die. A newspaper. The headline article is titled Nightmare at Prom Street. Giles, 3 years later. Read it? Sure. St. Giles. Oh, it wasn't Street Giles, it was St. Giles. St. Giles was once a prestigious private school catering to the children of the privileged and powerful. But all that changed on May 2015, when a bizarre and still unsolved mass murder sullied what was meant to be a night of teenage merriment. That night, 3 students were found dead, and 1 found injured at the residence of a former senator. 2 other victims, a young heiress and her aunt, were also found in separate locations. What made these killings more than just another statistic in a school violence epidemic, however, was the strange and sinister way they were killed, ranging from ritualistic dismemberment to decapitation, and yet, worryingly, the culprit still seems to be on the loose. Although the faculty of St. Giles has since devoted resources to increasing security around the campus, this has done little to assuage students and their families. As a result, attendance numbers and tuition revenue dropped significantly, leaving the school's future uncertain. I can't believe they still haven't caught the killer after all this time. They changed so many people's lives. Even my school considered cancelling their prom that year because of it. Who would have so much hatred in their hearts that they could murder 5 innocent people in cold blood like that? Who indeed? I guess that's a coat rack. Phone. An old-fashioned phone and a decorative bowl of fruit. I've never been too keen on fake fruit, to be honest. But now I can't help but smile when I remember how Brian tried to eat one during our last game session here. Nothing to say about the flowers. A media cabinet. Grandma thinks I'm a technology whiz because I can set up the DVD player. It's kind of funny, but I'm glad I can be helpful sometimes. This is an old TV. TV with rabbit ear antenna. Grandma refuses to pay for cable, so all we get is the local news and a few other channels. But that's fine by me. All the shows I like are on Netflix anyway. That's actually not a bad name. A glass cabinet filled with fine china. I've always loved Grandma's tea sets. Sometimes I'll use them to serve tea on special occasions. Though lately she's asked me not to touch them. A box for soy spices. Oh, we're out of cinnamon. Maybe I'll stop by the store for some on my way home. A refrigerator with quite a lot of Tupperware inside. There are also a few bottles of wine near the back. I noticed that Grandma always buys more wine around this time of year. Now that I'm grown, I think I understand why. A small shelf filled with cookbooks. I sometimes look through these and wish I could make them myself. Myra's offered to teach me, even. How can I possibly tell her what happened the last time I tried to cook? A well-used stove and oven. I've spent the past 13 years deathly terrified of this thing. I can't even boil water on it for tea. I'm so pathetic. Well, I don't know. You were really young when that happened. Shelves with kitchenware, including an electric kettle. This saves me from having to use the stove for my tea. It's such a handy little device, really. Sure, it's a bit hard to clean, but at least I'm not afraid of starting another fire with it. A cup of tea and a plate of store-bought scones. The tea has gone cold. Looks like Grandma didn't touch the tea and scones I set out for her this morning. I wonder if she saw they were here. Recycling. Trash and recycling bins. Looks like Grandma took care of the trash already. But then, why didn't she see the tea I left on the table for her? Are you ready to leave? I guess so. We seem to have checked everything. I hope the weather stays nice while I'm at the graveyard. And hopefully Grandma will be home when I get back. Mom, Dad, Jackie, I'm back. I hope you like the flowers I brought this year. You know, a lot has happened since I last came to visit.
I graduated last summer, got into community college, and I made the most wonderful friends there. Ryan, Peter, Myra. I wish I could introduce them to you all. I I haven't told them about you yet. About what happened to you. What I did to you. I'm scared. What if they hate me for it? What if they leave me because of it? I couldn't stand it, being left alone again. I don't know what to do. I wish you were still here to tell me. But you aren't, and it's all my fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
She just set that bottle right on the carpet.
I'm home, Grandma. Grandma, did you hear me? Yes, dear, I heard you. Let me guess. You were at the graveyard, weren't you? Mm-hmm. I would have told you earlier, but you were gone before. Grandma, is that... This bottle's almost empty. How much have you had to drink today? Melissa, just like you have your way of dealing with the anniversary, I have mine. So just don't worry about it, please. Grandma, I know how you must feel this time of year. I feel it too. But this isn't good for you. There's better ways to deal with it than this. Maybe we could start visiting the gravesite together from now on. Or meet with the Reverend, or... No, you don't, Melissa. You can't. You can't possibly know how I feel. You ought to have the sense by now to understand that. What? What do you mean? I don't. I lost my son that day. I lost my daughter-in-law. I lost my grandson, my sweet, sweet baby grandson. And I lost 13 years of my life living under the same roof as their murderer. Grandma, I, I... Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to raise the person who took away everything for you? To force yourself to love them day after day because they're all you have left. There are days when even the sight of you makes me sick to my stomach. How could you possibly live with yourself, knowing you killed your entire family? How could you? I, I, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry, sorry, sorry. All you ever say is sorry, as if that will bring them back. But it won't bring them back. What you did can never be forgotten. And even if one day God does forgive you, it will be a cold day in hell before I do. Get out. Get out of my sight. My obligation to you, your parents, ended the moment you turned 18. If you're not out of this house by midnight, so help me, I will call the cops. What? No. No, you can't do this, Grandma. You can't. You're the only family I have left. I've got nowhere else to go. I'm begging you. Please don't kick me out. Don't leave me alone again. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's here already. How long? I'm not sure. Probably until we figure out where she can go. I know it's kind of sudden, but... Really? Thanks, Baba. You're the best. I'll keep you posted. Love you. Good news, Mel. Dad said it was okay for you to stay with us. He'll be out of town chasing a story for a while, but don't you worry. Your girl Myra will take good care of you while we get this whole thing sorted out. I... Thank you. I don't deserve a friend as good as you, Myra. Oh, Mel. Listen, if you're gonna stay with me, I don't want to hear any of that crap, all right? You deserve a hell of a lot more than your own grandmother kicking you out. God, what is wrong with her? Please, Myra, don't blame her for this. This was all my fault. How? What could you, of all people, have possibly done to deserve? I'm sorry. I'm letting my hot head get the better of me, aren't I? You don't need a lecture from me right now. What you need is a nice, home-cooked meal and a good night's sleep. If you'd like, you can come to the store with me while I pick up some ingredients. You up for it? It's fine. I wouldn't be much help right now anyway. I'll be fine by myself for a while, so don't worry about me, okay? All right, if you're sure. The guest room should be ready for you if you want to lay down for a bit. If you need anything, and I mean anything, call me, okay? I I need to go for a walk. I need to clear my head. Why? Why did I survive back then? I was the one who started the fire. I was the one whose carelessness killed my family. So why was I the only one to survive? Maybe if I had died back then, I wouldn't have to live with this guilt. I would have been able to pay for my sins. I wouldn't have been such a burden for Grandma. Maybe I'd be with all of them right now. Mom, Dad, little Jackie. Maybe, maybe there's still a way. Fire. A way to make up for what I've done. A way to see my family again. Yes, fire was what killed them. So it only makes sense for fire to be my punishment. If I can die the same way they did, the way I should have 13 years ago, maybe then I'll finally be forgiven. Maybe then everyone will be together again. But if that happened, I'd be leaving my friends behind. My friends, Ryan, Peter, Myra. I can't do this without you. I can't face what's on the other side without you. I can't let them go. No, I won't let them go. Maybe it's selfish, maybe it's wrong, but I can't. I can't die without them by my side. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. Maybe one day you'll understand why I had to do this, why I had to leave this world, why I had to take all of you with me. All right, I think we're ready to go for game night. Thanks for helping clean up the place, Mel. You still up for all this? Mm, I think I think this would be just what I need after all that's happened. Having all my friends together is all I could ask for at a time like this. Wow, speak of the devil. Sounds like the guys are here already. Greetings, fellow nerds. Welcome to my humble abode.
Hey, Myra. Good to see you. Melissa, I'm sorry about what happened with your grandmother. I can't imagine how hard this must have been.
It's all right, Ryan. Myra's taken good care of me these past few days. So don't worry about me, okay?
Melissa. Melissa, are you sure you don't need anything? If there's anything I can do to help.
It's okay. Really. Thank you, Peter, for being concerned. But you really don't need to be. I'll be fine. I promise.
I All right, if you're sure. But if you do need anything, even if it's just to talk, let me know, please.
Honestly, I think you guys are helping just by showing up. What she needs right now is the pity party. It's starting up a brand. It's spanking new Celestial Tower campaign to get her mind off of things. That's right. I have to go get my notes before we start. Since it's my turn to be the Dark One, I have some ideas for the storyline.
Of course. I've got to admit, I'm a bit excited to see what you've got in store for us. It'll be your first time as a game master, after all. Yeah, I bet it'll be great, Melissa.
Course it will be. Anyway, take your time. I've got to let the dog out before we start anyway. Let us know when you're ready. I should have everything I need in the guest room. Everyone, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we won't get to do the storyline I'd planned. But I have to do this. I have to. I have no other choice.
Alright, let's burn all our friends to death. A news magazine.
I can't read magazines at a time like this.
Sorry if I was out of line earlier. I didn't mean to act like some weirdo white knight or anything. I was just, worried, that's all. Anyway, I would be more of a white wizard, if anything. Manuals, character sheets, dice, maps, and figurines for the game at the Celestial Tower.
This game, this was what brought us all together, isn't it? It made us all so happy. I'm glad we'll get to play it one last time.
Dog. Sell me things, dog.
Oh, Sakura, you're such a good girl. I'm glad that you, at least, will be safe from all of this. Mr. Arazi, I'm sorry to have to take your daughter away from you. I hope you can understand how much she means to me.
Framed photographs of scenes from a foreign country.
Myra said these were taken in her home country. Maybe if things had been different, we all could have visited one day.
I guess that's, the same thing. Lamp. Nothing to say about lamp. Television. A TV.
I don't have time to mess with this.
Oh, come on. I'm sure there are a million things we can examine before we kick things off. A basket of bread.
Myra's always cooked such delicious things. Thank you, Myra. I hope you can keep making the things you love in heaven.
Can't check the bins. Check the burner. A stove. Looks newer than the other appliances nearby.
It's strange. Not even this scares me anymore.
Oh, I didn't mean to double click that. No. A well-used cutting board.
This reminds me of that day with the stove caught fire. Peter was cutting the onions, I think. The way that he helped me during my panic attack. I wonder if he knows how special that moment was to me.
A sink, wet from being recently used.
I know it will never make up for what I'm about to do. But I'm glad I could help my friend today, even if it was with something as insignificant as the dishes.
A refrigerator filled with leftovers.
Falafels and lentil soup. Myra made so much for us we couldn't even finish it all. It breaks my heart that it'll have to go to waste.
A cluttered pantry filled with an international assortment of ingredients.
That's right. When the kitchen fire happened, Ryan and I were looking for spices in here, weren't we? He was so brave putting it out like that. He's always been so brave.
Oh, the dog has... Oh, no, it just happens to move down there. Let's leave.
No, I can't run away now. This is the only way everyone can be together again.
Ah, come on.
You go ahead and get all those juicy story ideas together. Sakura needs to eat and do her duties anyway. Get it? Duties? Like duties, except, yeah.
If you need help with any of the game mastering stuff, let me know, okay? I've run my fair share of campaigns in the past. Yeah. Photo albums.
Oh, Myra, you're so lucky to all these pictures of your family.
You mean to have all these pictures?
I hope you can forgive me for destroying them.
I don't know which room is which. I found this room. What about this room?
This isn't the guest room. Oh. I shouldn't go in Myra's room. I'm enough of a burden to her as is.